Alright, screw this, I'm back. Alright, now that I'm done being tortured, and my ears drummed out, and everyone in the chat acting like an idiot, I can actually put this screen back up and turn everything back on. So what happened in the last stream is that BVE essentially died. It just stopped working. So they said either you do a round trip on the 7 line, which is what I was going to do, or you have to do the 7 and then the E. And thankfully, the E in this case goes express. So that's the happy thing. That's the only reason I'm happy to do the E, because I don't have to stop anywhere, really. And I have distance to run. Anyway, I leave it. I'm the last E train, so that's the thing. All right, couple more. I have another 12 minutes till I have to go. Yes, Miguel, President Street, I see you. Uh-oh. It would help if I could put this here so I can see where the door is. 5 minutes to go. And then I can... Once I'm done with this... I'll good night. I get rid of this. I'm going to bed. I'm cooked. I'm gonna go into the tower.
Doors open.
2143 Alpha, that is the copper. Doors open at 125. Your next callback is to hold inside of 86th Street until further notice.
10-4 hold inside 86th Street.
This is a 2131 Alpha calling back at 14th Street, 6th Ave.
2131 Alpha, 14th Street, that is a copy. Push for the Fox line. Your next callback will be Broadway Lafayette.
Copy for Broadway Lafayette.
This is the 2139 Charlie at 59th on the Express track.
39 Charlie, Columbus Circle, that is a copy. Push for 8th Avenue lineup. Your next callback will be 42nd Street, Port Authority.
Copy 42nd.
2137 Alpha holding inside of 72nd Street. You may proceed. Max speed 50 miles per hour to Columbus Circle. Call back there.
10-4 Max 15 to 59 Columbus, copy.
2203 Echo from Jamaica Center to World Trade Center, calling in for a radio check.
2203 Echo, radio check is loud and clear.
10-4, thank you. Where's the brake gauge? The brake gauge up there, that's great.
.33 Echo 50th Street, low level.
33 Echo 50th Street, lower level. That is a copy. Please hold. There's a Charlie crossing in front of you to Port Authority on the express track.
Copy.
Okay.
2147 103rd.
Charlie 103rd. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 72nd Street.
Copy, 72nd.
2153 Echo calling in at Union Turnpike.
53 Echo. Your callback is Forest Hills.
10-4.
.2143 Echo, Parsons Central World Trade Center, call back at Queens Plaza.
Queens Plaza for the 43 Echo. That is a copy. Push for 53rd Street line for next callback. 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
10-4, close down.
2139 Charlie at 42nd.
39 Charlie, Port Authority. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street.
Copy 14.
133 Echo holding 50th Street, lower level. Push for 8th Avenue Express line. Your next callback will be 34th Street, Penn Station.
That's a copy.
Does the RCC do you want to hold this at 86th Street on Express?
2143 Alpha, you can move up to 72nd and hold.
10-4.
Sorry,
Air control, this is the 2137 Alpha 274 Rockaway, calling back at 59th Street, Columbus Circle, pushing for 6th Avenue.
7 Alpha, Columbus Circle, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
Down for 42nd, Brian.
2131 Alpha Columbus at Broadway Lafayette.
31 Alpha, Broadway Lafayette, that is a copy. Push for the Fox line. Your next callback will be East Broadway.
5 for East Broadway.
2153 Echo calling in at Forest Hills, 71st Avenue.
53 Echo, Forest Hills, that is a copy. Push for the Express line. Your next callback will be Jackson Heights.
Copy for Jackson Heights.
Penn Station, 33 Echo.
33 Echo, 34th Street, Penn Station, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, 14th Street.
Copy for 14.
Hold it at 72nd Street Express track.
33 Alpha, that is a copy holding at 72nd Street. You may proceed into 59th Street, Columbus Circle. Call back there.
10-4.
2203 Echo is requesting lineup out of Jamaica Center.
203 Echo, you still have about 30 seconds before you can depart.
Wait, RCC, you told me to hold you told me to hold inside or outside?
43 Alpha, you can proceed in the Columbus Circle, full lineup.
10-4.
2139 Charlie 14th.
39 Charlie 14th, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Canal Street.
Copper Canal.
Oh, 3 Echo, ready to go.
203 Echo, you may depart Jamaica Center. Your next callback will be Jamaica Van Wyck.
10-4, closing in.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
National passengers, all E trains are running express heading southbound in Manhattan.
'59, she parted for 6th Avenue.
The circle, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
10-4.
33 Echo 14.
33 Echo 14th, that is a copy. Please hold. You're directly behind the 39 Charlie.
72nd Street for the 2147.
47 Charlie, 72nd, that is a copy. May proceed across the switch outside of Columbus Circle. Your next callback is Columbus Circle.
Copy.
2143 Echo, call that 5th Avenue, 53rd Street, punch for 8th Avenue.
33 Echo, 5th Avenue, 53rd, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, 50th Street, lower level.
2131 Alpha Columbia East Broadway.
My, what? Wait.
What was that? 50th Street, 2143 Echo.
I thought you said, oh, never mind.
Disregard the next stop, 50th Street, lower level. Your next
33
callback.
Echo, you said West 4th, correct?
2133 Echo, I said hold there because you're directly behind the 39 Charlie.
Ground control, this is 2137 Alpha 274 Rockaway, calling back at 42nd Street, Bryant Park, pushing for 6th Avenue local.
37 Alpha at Bryant Park, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street, 6th Avenue.
7 for 14th and 6th.
This is the 2131 Alpha calling back at East Broadway.
East Broadway for 31 Alpha, that is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop, York Street.
5 for York.
2153 Echo, calling in at Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue, punching for 53rd Street.
53 Echo, Jackson Heights, that is a copy. Your next callback, Queens Plaza.
10-4 for Queens Plaza.
Okay, 33 Echo, you may now proceed out of 14th Street. Your next callback is West 4th.
Wait, Troy, would it be a connection? Because me and Allen are 7 Avenue together, so would it be connection or not?
We're across the platform for each other.
Type here. If you want to make that connection, then go ahead.
Alright, definitely.
Connection styles, thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
Twenty-one 47 is at 59th Street Express.
7 Charlie, Columbus Circle, that is a copy. Your next callback is 42nd Street, Port Authority. Push for 8th Avenue lineup.
Copy 42nd Street PABT.
2203 Echo, Jamaica Van Wyck, punching for QBL Express.
2303 Echo, Jamaica Van Wyck, that is a copy. Your next callback is Forest Hill, 71st Avenue.
Copy for Forest Hill.
2139.
50th Street, lower level.
At 39 Charlie, Canal Street. Push for Cranberry Street 2. Your next callback will be Fulton Street.
Copy call.
33 Echo West 4th.
53 Echo, at 50th Street, lower level. You're going to hold there. There's a Charlie crossing in front of you to Port Authority.
What the freak, dude? Double.
2131 Alpha calling back at York Street.
133 Echo at West 4th. Your next callback is Canal Street.
10-4.
2131 Alpha at York Street. Push for Fulton Street lineup. Your next callback is Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
5 for Hoyt.
Second Street, Brian Park, punching for local.
Brian Park for the 2143 Alpha, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street.
10-4.
TC, this is the 2137 Alpha 207 Far Rockaway, calling back at 14th Street, 6th Avenue, pushing for the local.
37 Alpha, 14th Street, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Broad Lafayette.
2147 is at 42nd Street.
7 Charlie, Port Authority, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street.
Copy.
43 Echo, holding at 50th Street, lower level, push for 8th Avenue Express line. If your next callback, 34th Street, Penn Station.
10-4, 10-4.
33 Echo Canal.
Would have been done by now if the game being
If you Echo Canal Street, that is a copy. Push for World Trade Center line. If your next callback is your next and last stop, World Trade Center.
Copy that.
2153 Echo calling in at Queens Plaza.
Queens Plaza, that is a copy. Push for 53rd Street line. If your next callback, 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
Copy for 5th Avenue.
This is Kew Gardens Union Turnpike. Transfers
The callback for the 03 Echo was Forest Hills, right?
U10 bus.
03 Echo, correct, Forest Hills.
10-4.
2139 Charlie, Fulton Street.
Your 9 Charlie Fulton, that is a copy. Proceed to your next stop, High Street.
Copy High Street.
This is the 2131 Alpha calling back at Hoyt Scrim Horn Street, punching for the Express.
You do that. 31 Alpha, White Horn, that is a copy. Your next callback is Utica Avenue.
Copy for Utica Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Twenty-one 43 Echo call by 34th Street Penn Station.
33 Echo at Penn Station, that is a copy. Your next callback will be West 4th Street.
10-4.
RCC, this is 2137 Alpha 207 Far Rockaway, calling back at Broadway Lafayette, pushing for the Fox line.
37 Alpha Broad Lafayette, that is a copy. Your next callback will be East Broadway.
Stand for East Broadway.
2147 is at 14th Street.
First Avenue.
7 Charlie 14th, that is a copy. Your next callback is Canal Street.
Copy. For Canal.
33 Echo terminated.
33 Echo at World Trade Center, that is a copy. You may discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
14th Street, 6th Avenue for the Alpha.
Alpha, 14th Street, 6th Avenue, that is a copy. Push for the Fox line. Your next callback is Broadway Lafayette.
2203 Echo.
You have a bunch of for Fox line next time, Broadway Lafayette.
203 Echo Forest Hills, that is a copy. Push for the express line. Your next callback is Jackson Heights, Roosevelt.
10-4, closing down.
Closing doors, please.
2139 Charlie, High Street.
High Street for the 2139 Charlie, that is a copy. Push for Fulton Street line. Your next callback, Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
Copy for Hoyt.
Twenty-one 53 Echo calling in at 5th Avenue, 53rd Street, punching for 8th Avenue.
53 Echo, 5th Avenue, 53rd, that is a copy. Your next callback, 50th Street, lower level.
Copy for 50th Street.
Twenty-one 43 Echo Forest Metro World Trade Center, call back at West 4th Street.
43 Echo, West 4th, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Canal Street.
That what?
Twenty-one 39 Charlie, Hoyt Tremont.
Charlie Hood Skimmerhorn, that is a copy of the lineup on some local track. Your next callback will be Nostrand Avenue.
So this is a 2137 Alpha 274 Rockaway, calling back at East Broadway.
47 Charlie Canal is a copy. Push for Cranberry Street 2. Your next callback, Fulton Street.
2147 calling in at Canal Street.
Charlie Canal, push for the 2. Your next callback's Fulton Street.
Copy for Fulton.
37 Alpha East Broadway, that is a copy. Your next callback will be York Street.
2143 Alpha, call back at Broadway Lafayette.
2131 Alpha Utica Avenue, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Euclid Avenue.
Copy for Euclid.
2143 Alpha Broadway Lafayette, push for the Fox line. Your next callback will be East Broadway.
10-4 punches for Fox Line.
This is Jackson
2143 Echo calling back at Canal Street.
Transfers available to the 7, F, M, and R train.
Because that's a copy for Canal Street. Callback your next to last stop, World Trade Center.
Double.
2153 Echo calling in at 50th Street, lower level, punch for 8th Avenue Express.
Echo at the College 50th Street, lower level. Your next callback will be West 4th.
West 4th Street, copy that.
2203 Echo, Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue.
203 Echo Jackson Heights. That is a copy. Push 53rd Street lineup. Your next callback is Queens Plaza.
Channel 4, closing down.
RCC, this is 2137 Alpha 274 Rockaway, calling back at York Street, pushing for Fulton.
37 Alpha York. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
10-4 Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
Fulton Street for the 2147.
Charlie Fulton. That is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop High Street.
Copy for High Street.
Twenty-one 43 Echo Parks out your World Trade Center. Attorney at Chambers Street, World Trade Center. Last stop.
The World Trade Center. That is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
10-boy, 10-boy, 10-boy.
East Broadway.
3 Alpha East Broadway. That is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop York Street.
10-4.
RCC is a 2137 Alpha 270 Far Rockaway, calling back at Hoyt Skimmerhorn, pushing for the Fulton Street Express.
High Street, 2147.
With the Alvin Hoyt Skimmerhorn. 37 Alpha Hoyt Skimmerhorn. Your next callback is Utica Avenue.
Alpha for Utica.
37 Charlie High Street. Push for Fulton Street lineup. Your next callback is Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
Copy for Hoyt.
How much longer to Queens Plaza?
Charlie at Nostrand Avenue.
Charlie Nostrand Avenue. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Broadway Junction.
Copy Broadway Junction.
Euclid Avenue for the 2131 Alpha.
31 Alpha Euclid Avenue. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Rockaway Boulevard.
After Rockaway Boulevard.
York Street.
3 Alpha York Street. That is a copy. Please hold. There's a Charlie crossing in front of you. J Street Metro Tech.
Copy.
Pick up your mind, please.
This is Queens Plaza. Transfer is available to the M and R trains.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
Chris, me and Mike, I could hear background noise. It's irritating.
Same here. 2203 Echo is at Queens Plaza.
Queens Plaza, that is a cop. Push your 53rd Street line if you're gonna call back 5th Avenue, 53rd.
10-4, closing that. I want to go to
2153 Echo calling in at West 4th Street.
2143 Alpha, you may depart York. Punch for Fulton Street line if your next callback is J Street Metro Tech.
10-4.
153 Echo, West 4th, that is a cop. Your next callback, Canal Street.
Canal Street, copy that.
Hoyt, Skimmerhorn Street for the 2147.
Charlie, Hoyt Skipperhorn, that is a copy of the local lineup. Your next callback will be Nostrand Avenue.
Copy for Nostrand.
This is Court Square, 43rd Street. Transfer is available to the 7 and G trains.
Oh, my announcements just looked. That was beautiful.
J Street Metro Tech.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
3 Alpha J Street Metro Tech, that is a copy of receipt to your next stop with Skimmerhorn.
Doors, please.
10-4.
$21.53 Echo calling in at Canal Street, punching for World Trade Center.
3 Echo, that's a copy for Canal Street. Your next callback is your next and last stop, World Trade Center.
Copy for World Trade.
RCC, this is 2137 Alpha 207 to Far Rockaway, calling back at Utica Avenue.
7 Alpha Utica, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Euclid Avenue.
Skimmerhorn Street.
3 Alpha Hoyt Skimmerhorn, that is a copy of the express line. If your next callback will be Utica Avenue.
This is
10-4.
16 to 20. Just for people who are in that petrol line going so fast. They really good.
This is Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. Transfer is available to the 6th train.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
(2203) Lexington Avenue, 53rd.
203 Echo, your callback is 5th Avenue, 53rd.
My apologies.
2153 Echo terminated at World Trade Center.
World Trade Center, that is a copy. You may discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
Copy that. You too.
2131 Alpha Columbia at Rockford Boulevard.
1 Alpha Rockaway Boulevard, that is a copy. Your next call back, Howard Beach, JFK.
Copy for Howard Beach.
This is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
Gentleman 39 Charlie, Bravo Junction.
On Charlie, Broadway Junction, that is a copy. Your next call back will be your last stop, Euclid Avenue.
Copy, Euclid.
Fifth Avenue, 53rd, 2203 Echo.
2203 Echo, 5th Avenue, 53rd, that is a copy. Push for 8th Avenue lineup. Your next call back is 50th Street, lower level.
10-4 closing now.
Nostrand Avenue, 2147.
7 Charlie, Nostrand Avenue, that is a copy. Your next call back will be Broadway Junction.
Junction.
This is 7th Avenue, 53rd Street.
Attention all passengers, all southbound east trains are running on the express track from 50th Street to the last stop, World Trade Center. If you miss it, if your station is missed, please take a northbound E train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I missed the train.
This is 50th Street. Transfer is available to the Brooklyn-bound C train.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
RCC, this is the 2137 Alpha 274 Rockaway, calling back at Euclid Avenue for the Alpha line.
Euclid Avenue, that is a copy. Your next call back will be Rockaway Boulevard.
And for Rockaway Boulevard.
2131
Utica Avenue.
Alpha Columbia at JFK.
43 Alpha Utica, that is a copy. Your next call back is Euclid Avenue. 31 Alpha Howard Beach, JFK. 31 Alpha, your next call back is Broad Channel.
Sorry for Broad Channel.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That's not it. 2203 Echo 50th Street.
50th Street, that is a cop for Faith Avenue Express lineup. Your next callback is Canal Street.
10-4, closing down.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Trying to fucking try. Wrong one.
This is 42nd Street, Port Authority Bus Terminal. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, C, E, N, Q, and R trains.
This is an E train.
Transfer is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is
This
available
is
to the Port Authority
42nd Street, Port Authority.
2139 Charlie terminated Euclid.
Transfer is available to the 1,
On Charlotte Euclid Avenue, that is a cop. You may discharge your passengers, take your train to the layout.
Copy.
M, N, Q, and R trains. Transfer is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to the Port Authority Bus Terminal. This is an accessible station. The ramp is at the center of the platform.
Attention all passengers, all southbound E trains are running on the express track from 34th Street Penn Station to the last stop, World Trade Center. This E train is running express. The next stop on this train will be 34th Street Penn Station, then 14th Street, then Canal Street, and then the last stop, World Trade Center. If your station is missed, please stay on this train until World Trade Center or any stations in between to take a northbound E or C train to that designated destination. The next stop on this train is 34th Street Penn Station. Step all the way in and stand clear of the doors, please.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Minimum 39 terminated layup.
34th Street, Penn Station.
Charlie at the layout, that is a copy. You can lock down your train. Thanks for your service. Have a good night.
Available to the
Copy.
Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak. This is an accessible station. The ramp is at the center of the platform.
No, it's not. You said that callback for the 2203 Echo was Canal Street?
Correct, 2203 Echo Canal Street.
10-4. Attention all passengers, all southbound E and C trains are once again running on the express track. The next stop on this train is 14th Street.
Broadway Junction,
This train
2147.
to 14th Street for a northbound E or C train. The next
Broadway
stop
Junction,
on
that is
this
a copy.
train
Next
is
callback will be your
14th
last stop,
Street.
Euclid Avenue.
Stand clear of the doors.
Coffee for Euclid.
RCC, this is the 2137 Alpha 207 at Far Rockaway, calling back at Rockaway Boulevard, pushing for Far Rockaway.
37 Alpha Rockaway Boulevard, that is a copy. Next call back, Howard Beach, JFK.
10-4 Howard Beach, JFK.
Excuse me, Troy. Can I terminate you? Because my mom is yelling at me to get off. I have to go do something.
Terminated Euclid.
10-4.
This is the 2131 Alpha calling back at Broad Channel.
One Alpha Broad Channel, that is a copy. Push for Far Rockaway lineup. Your next callback is Beach 44th Street.
Beach 44th.
This is
Euclid Avenue.
transfers available to the A and L trains.
Number 43 Alpha Euclid Avenue, that is a copy. Another crew will take over your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
This is a World Trade Center bound E train. The next stop on this train will be West 4th Street. The next stop on this train is West 4th Street. All E trains are running express from 50th Street to World Trade Center. If your stop is skipped, please take a northbound E train. Transfer here for service to 23rd Street. This is a World Trade Center bound E train. The next stop on this train is 14th Street. Same is West 4th Street. My apologies. Stepping in clear.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is West 4th Street. Transfer is available to the B, C, D, E, F, and M trains.
This is a World Trade Center on E train. The next stop on this train is Canal Street. If you need service to Spring Street, remain on this train to Canal Street and take a northbound E or C train to Spring Street. All E trains running express to the last stop.
RCC, this is the 2137 Alpha 207 of Far Rockaway, calling back at Howard Beach, JFK Airport.
37 Alpha Howard Beach, that is a copy. Next callback, Broad Channel.
10-4 Broad Channel.
Euclid 2147.
Euclid, that is a copy. Discharge your passengers, take your train to the layup.
Copy for layup.
This is Canal Street. Transfer is available to the A and C trains.
$2203 Echo Canal Street, punching for World Trade Center.
203 Echo Canal Street, that is a copy. Your next callback's next and last stop, World Trade Center.
Thank you. Closing down.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I'm already moving.
Euclid Avenue layup. 2147.
47 Charlie layup, that is a copy. You can lock down your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
Thank you too.
Beach 44 for the 2131.
44th, that is a copy. A full line to your last stop, Far Rockaway. Call back there.
Copy for Mott Avenue.
This is World Trade Center.
Transfer is available to the 2, 3, A, C, and R trains. Connection is available to F.
That was not necessary.
RCC, this is 2137 Alpha 207 Far Rockaway, calling back at Broad Channel, pushing for Far Rockaway line.
37 Alpha Broad Channel, that is a copy. Your next callback is Beach 44.
94 Beach 44.
This is the
2203 Echo terminated at World Trade Center.
2203 Echo World Trade Center, that is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Okay, for real this time, have a good night.